Morning, Steve Reed in Chicago with the morning grain comments. Well, grains are lower. Soybeans down, I think, because of concern about demand. China's buying of U.S. soybean export pace is slower than what we need to get to the USDA's export numbers. So that means that if they don't pick up the pace, we could add to the carryout. We also, in the beans, are looking at least the next 10 days, favorable conditions across the U.S. Midwest with rains across the central corridor and the Ohio River Valley. There could be a total of 2 chances of rain in the 14-day time frame, of which the second one probably not as good as the first one. Continue to see dryness in Europe and dryness in Argentina. Conditions are improving for Canada and U.S. spring wheat. Good export sales today, again, talking about old crop beans, maybe a net cancellation, new crop, a little bit lower number, corn and wheat numbers, maybe on the low side. Egypt yesterday bought 640,000 tons of Russia, Europe, and some Eastern Europe wheat. And so again, the U.S. was shut out as far as offering or selling any wheat to Egypt in their tender. Outside markets, today almost every commodity is down, including crude. Again, concerned about global economy. ECB will be raising rates today for the first time in 11 years. The good news is that the Russian Nord Stream pipeline is flowing, although the President Putin has said it may be at a slower pace. So there is some easing of that energy scare in Europe, but not totally confident of getting the energy that they need for this winter. As far as looking down the road, I think Europe will see a cold winter in Eastern Europe, but maybe a little bit moderate or not as cold in Western Europe. Here in the United States, September is going to be pretty open and dry. So we're looking for some good harvest weather here for corn and soybeans, but we'll just see how dry it is in August and if that impacts final corn and soybean yields. Our winter, probably mostly normal. We could start out with a little increase in precip, and then we have to watch behind the second front on day 14 to see how cold temperatures get, to see if we're going to start out with a colder than normal U.S. winter. Down in South America, if we plug in that La Nina goes away in December, we could start out with dry conditions over most of Brazil and Argentina, but as the season progresses, we could shift more into a normal forecast. As always, these are my thoughts and not those of ADM8 Investor Services. Have a safe and profitable trading day, and remember, always treat people like you yourself would like to be treated.